Mic check, mic check. Can y'all hear me? It's my first time going live, so you gotta bear with me. This is all new to me. Put a one in the chat if you can hear me. Okay, okay, okay. Mic check, mic check. This is crazy. This is yeah, you gotta bear with me. This is my first time being on live, so I'm trying to figure out how this thing works. Where y'all coming in from? What city? What state? Houston, Philly, Sweden, Florida. Okay, yeah, y'all all over. Okay, okay. Yeah, I don't even know what I put the topic. All right, what y'all want to talk about? What y'all want to talk about? What's on your mind? Yes, yes. Ask me. Ask me something. Predestination. You gotta be gotta be a little bit more clear. What you mean by that? I know I didn't put no topic in. I just put I think I put like mic check or something. I was just trying to get a feel on how this thing worked. Will they ever stop stalking? Nah. The devil never rests. He's always out, no matter what. Now, as long as if you at a the only way you could stop astral projection if you raise your vibration up to a certain level. But it's hard because we in these bodies, so our vibration go up and down. So yeah, they gonna continue to astral project. They was in my dreams last night. Crazy, but it's all good though. Resist the devil and he will flee. You just got to keep striving. Let's see. Let's see. Damn, I should have put my glasses on. I can barely see. Man, that's a good question. Do you know the spiritual significance of autism? Um, Man, that's a good question. I want to say it's And that's a good question. I don't know. I know it's some type of interaction with spirits. Um, I don't know. That's a good question. I have no idea. Look at you. Oh, you're talking about the wheat and tares in the Bible? So before we come here, are we what the Bible says? We are we yeah, most definitely. You a child of God, you identify with him first. He knows us. He knows us by our heart. And then he begins to separate us from the wheat and tares here. That's for sure. Great. Hopefully, I mean, if I with the meet and greet, yeah, most definitely. Some hopefully in the future, as I grow, um, you got to understand this is all new to me. Like the past, I want to say like the past few years is when it started to get heavy as far as like the witchcraft, the the stalking and all that type of crap. So I just have to constantly just grow and grow into what God put me here for, which is he basically just threw me in the fire and I had to just fight. And I'm still fighting. Like it's a never ending cycle. And I'm sure y'all know that. Like they stay stalking no matter what. Yeah, I think we're here to work out our salvation. Um, I think we're just going through a phase. It's we only here for a short amount of time. And I think God tests us to see if we're gonna do the right thing, if we're gonna live a righteous life or we're gonna be living a wicked worldly life. And I think he most definitely tests us here before we leave. I think we all got a purpose. Some of us tap in, some of us walk into our calling, and some of us don't. Some people just never find it. Compassion. Stay very distant. Um, how do I know if my spouse is emotional, unavailable, or a covert narcissist? He is aggressive, but lacks compassion and stay very distant. This is True Seeker 2021. So you're talking about your spouse is emotional, unavailable, or a covert narcissist. It could be a combination of both. I mean, some people, I think we all carry narcissist traits, um, but I think some carry it um, different than other people. I think some of us get to a point where our vibration is so low that the demon takes fully control of our vessel. Um, and we know that empty vessels don't have any emotions whatsoever. But some people love differently too, though. That's another thing. It can be a covert narcissist, or this individual can love you a different way. Sometimes people show love um, by giving you gifts or doing chores around the house for you. Some people love differently, you know. Um, like the household I grew up in, the word love never really exchanged. When I was a little kid, when I started to get like in my 30s, that's when the word love will start to exchange in my household, But before then, my parents show love a different way, you know, by just supporting me and taking care of me, basically, just, providing me with something over my head and food and stuff like that. But some people show love a different way. Um, but I don't know. Some people are just emotionally detached, you know. I mean, if this individual show like extreme narcissist traits, then yeah, possibility it could be a covert narcissist. You just have to tread lightly, um, and you can tell by by a person's spirit. You have to test the spirit. Go to the Most High, and He will definitely give you directions on how to deal with that. But yeah, some people are just emotional distance, and they love differently. Like we're all different human beings. And some people lack compassion. Um, but I don't know. That's something that you and the Most High may have to talk about. If this is the right person for you, it might not be the right person for you. And that's the thing about relationships. Like if that individual is not healed, then it's gonna be hard for that person to show love, especially if they didn't receive the love when they was younger. They probably just don't know how to love and show compassion. Um, some people go through a lot of trauma that they feel their heart is cold. They don't know how. But it's just something that you and the Heavenly Father have to talk about. You might have to pray and just try to get I guess just try to seek interaction with the Heavenly Father and let Him guide you through that. But some people just love differently. Stacey Taylor, is there any age limit for the enemy adversary that he won't attack or use to get the chosen, even if it's your own children? Now the devil, he comes. He don't care what the age limit is. Just like in the Bible, when Jesus had to cast that demon spirit out. I think it was in the book of Matthew when a child was when the demon went inside the child and he became a lunatic, and they was praying to Jesus about, I guess, trying to extract the demon outside the kid. So the devil, he usually get you know kids when they're vulnerable, when they're at a young age and their innocence, they really don't know any better, but sometimes they go through trauma, and that's easy for the devil to just come in and take fully control. So he definitely targets the children easily, than he do adults. And then after that, he would just build that relationship with that kid and keep the child at a low vibration, until they get older, and then that's where you get your narcissists at. They become corrupt. But yeah, it's no age limit. The devil attacks, and he'll enter any vessel he can. So um, you just have to pray against it. Always stay in prayer mode. No matter what. And is it bad when you have no remembrance of your dreams? No, it's a lot of dreams that I don't even remember. Um, you just have to like in the morning, the first thing I do, I tell the Most High, like if I don't remember a dream, I tell him, hey, if this dream that I had last night, if it didn't come from you, then I rebuke it, I cancel it, I reject it in the name of Jesus. Every morning I say that. Even if it's a dream that I had that I want, I still rebuke it because I don't know. Sometimes you can dream dreams that you don't want to dream, and that dream will eventually come true. So I don't even trust my own self when I dream sometimes. I trust on the Heavenly Father. And I tell him specifically, hey, if this dream didn't come from you, I cancel it and I rebuke it. Because you don't want nothing to manifest that you didn't want to manifest in your physical. That's for sure. What is it that the narcissist wants? The narcissist seeks attention, energy, admiration. Um, there's so many type of different narcissists, but a lot of them are demon possessed. You know, you got the righteous versus the wicked, and the devil will use the narcissist. He preys on the narcissist because he can easily utilize them to terrorize and torment God's children. See, the devil can't. You know, the devil is a spirit, but he interact with people, you know, people, places, and things. But he love empty vessels. He love vibration, low vibrational people, because he will easily use them to terrorize you. You know, so the narcissist pretty much is just an empty vessel of the devil. You know, the devil will utilize them to terrorize people and do his dirty work. And of course, everybody seem like everybody in the world is in a low vibration. You know, because I mean, we're in the flesh. You know, anytime you're in the flesh and we have fleshly desires and stuff like that, we tend to be at a low vibration. We tend to get tempted easy because of our desire, you know, whatever that may be, you know, and sometimes it's more extreme than the next person. A lot of us have addictions, you know, that we can't control, and that's an easy entryway for the devil and for those spirits to come in. And once they're in, it's hard to get them out, but it's you can do it. You just have to get closer to God and just restrain away what's good for you and what's not. But yeah, the narcissists just won't supply. You know, they won't. The devil's control. The devil controls the narcissist, and the narcissist tries to control the righteous. You know, so the devil wants looking for supply because they can't produce. Like the Most High cut everything off from like when he casted Lucifer down here on earth, he casted him from his powers, his light, everything. And it's still amazing that he's still able to have kingdoms down here. You know what I'm saying? Like he's still able to build, but he's utilizing people to do it, you know? And so it's crazy how he works. He definitely takes advantage of people to build his kingdom up. Um, and of course, they use the righteous to build their kingdom. Everything he got, he copied, you know, and they manifest energy off the righteous. Like us as God's children, like we carry that light. We should be multiplying and manifest as you know as a high rapid speed. Anything we speak should be able to come just like that. You know, we should be that powerful because we are a child. We are God's children, right? So anytime that we associate with darkness, narcissists, um, people of these dark societies, these occults, these covens, anytime we interact with these type of people, the Jezebel spirit, they pretty much latch on to us to manifest their life. So they will suck us dry from our energy so they can produce. That's the only way. Right? If they didn't have the right, if the righteous wasn't here, then they would just all die away because they don't have any supply. So the narcissists just constantly look for supply. Constantly. Yeah, it sounds like with your spouse, it sounds like it's something spiritual. Um, it's probably like a lot of resentment spiritually. Yeah, but that's not healthy. Um, and just some people love differently, you know. So I don't know. That may be something that you and the heavenly might need to you and the heavenly Father might need to pray that. Pray to him and just get some type of clarification on what's going on, and he'll eventually show you what's going on with that person. Do you believe in destiny? What do you mean by that? Do you believe in our destiny is predetermined? Okay, I was reading that wrong. Yeah, I believe it is. I think God has our life already mapped out as far as what we're supposed to do when we're here on this earth. Um, but I think in the midst of that, a lot of us get sidetracked. But I think God will still, like, if He has somewhere for you to be, then God is going to make sure that you're there. Even if you get off track, He'll let you, you know, get off track for a little bit, for a certain distance, but He will eventually pull you right back to where you need to be. But yeah, I definitely think our life is already mapped out. It's been times that God just He came out of nowhere and just saved me from just, going down a different path. And it's crazy how God works, but He always pull you back on the straight and narrow path no matter what. And He'll get people out your life. Like I seen Him like move people out of my life just like that. And if I got off track just a little bit, He'll pull me right back in. Like He's always pulling us right back in. So yeah, I definitely think our destiny is predetermined. Definitely. The last video helped with the entitlement, like we owe them everything. Yeah, it's crazy um, dealing with these narcissists, the entitlement. Even even what I'm doing now, just being on YouTube and speaking, this individual think he's entitled, to be over my YouTube channel. And I don't even talk to this individual. That's how crazy it is. But I understand that it's a demon. It's a demon inside this individual, and they think they own God's children for some reason. It's crazy. And they do think you owe them everything. And I haven't even talked to this individual in probably 10 years, close to 10 years. And this individual still think he has ownership over my life. That's how crazy these people are. Do you feel we are at the end days? Yeah, we're definitely at the end days. Definitely. I think things are starting to shift. Like if you notice, like we're constantly fighting. Like it's dark forces around us at all times. And you can just feel the energy pushing us. Like they're trying their best to push us off our destiny. And they will do anything they can. And you can feel the energy. Like energy just it shifts around us. If you can feel air and you can feel wind. So dark forces is around us. Satan is trying to push us off our track. But yeah, we definitely are in days, and we just got to fight through because it's dark forces out here trying to keep us from going to the next level. And it's to the point where they will utilize people, places, and things. So long as if you always have a positive outlook, always keep your vibration high no matter what. Like focus on the good things of life. So what is a chosen one? Chosen one is God's elites to come down here to make a change in the world. Like a lot of us are here to change. Um, his spirit dwells in a lot of us. He needs to always keep the world balanced. Just think if the world was just dark. Remember, like in Genesis, before he had Noah built the ark, and God was so upset with the pretty much the world, because it was so much violence, like it was so much corruption down here. And you had Satan, which was interceding with anything. Like Satan was trying to reproduce with animals, uh, beast like type animals. Like it was just so much corruption down here. Like he was just tainting everything. Anything that he thought was pure, Satan would try to taint that. And he was doing that on purpose to piss the Most High off. And so God was so upset. That's when you got when he flooded the earth with 40 days and 40 nights. He flooded everything. Like he wanted to just destroy everything because the world was so corrupt. It was he couldn't really produce a good pure seed. I think the only one he had was Noah. And then that's when he told Noah, hey, you guys are pure. So I'm gonna have you build this ark, and you and your family is gonna be on this ark, and I'm gonna flood out everything, and you guys gonna be the only one that's gonna survive this. I'm gonna utilize you and your family to keep reproducing here on this earth. So I think God chooses certain people to do certain things to bring balance, to bring light. Like you guys are a child of God, so He's going to utilize you guys vessels to balance the world out. Right? It's always a seal of protection over God's people life, no matter what. So in order for something to happen, Satan needs permission. Long as if you stay upright and in a high vibration, then Satan can't touch you. Just like in the book of Job, he had to ask Job to touch him. It's always a seal of protection, but God needs you here because he needs to utilize you so you can balance the world out. It can't be dark. It can't be so corrupted and violence everywhere. God won't let that happen. He needs people. He needs you. He needs God's children to balance things out. But he needs you to walk in your calling to your purpose. So when we go through certain things in life, as far as just the narcissist, all these things that we go through, we have to overcome because he needs to use your story to feed spirits of other people. Like I said, your story is very important. Like what you go through is very important. You just have to overcome. The point of overcoming and being stronger, now you can feed your brothers and sisters spiritually of what you went through. You're healing other people. And that's the goal. If you can heal somebody spiritually, that raises the vibration up in the world, right? These covens can't exist anymore. These cults, these secret society, all these dark demonic people out here, you know. So that's what I think a chosen one is somebody here to balance the world out. It's not just one, but a lot of us, right? We all have a job to do. I'm checking in from London. Okay, wow, you guys are in London. Okay, okay. We'll say trauma causes narcissism. Yeah, I think when you say people say trauma caused narcissism, i.e., demonic strongholds, if I'm right, but I still maintain the core. Yeah, a lot of us is stronger than others. I definitely think the trauma, like childhood trauma that people go through, once that spirit is able to actually coincide inside of an individual at a young age, it takes fully control of that person's vessel. Some of us are stronger than others to make it out, and some of them just so weak that they just give in. and then they carry that narcissism trait to the extreme. And then when they get older, they start to abuse everybody around them, and then they start to blame everybody for their upbringing. They just, narcissist people, when they get of a certain age, they just start attacking everybody around them. Parents, siblings, their significant other, people at the job. They just start attacking everybody, and just because the demon is inside of them, terrorizing them. But I definitely think trauma definitely has something to do with it. They didn't seen something or something happened when they were at a young age, and that demonic spirit it looks for that, and it just comes straight in. It definitely takes control of people. That's for sure. What's going on? Yeah, this is my first live, so I'm still trying to figure out how to work this thing. I should have did a live a long time ago. I don't know what was going on with me. I get busy and get sidetracked. But yeah, I'm gonna definitely start doing more lives more often. I need to get to know you guys for real, because we all in this together for real. Like, I never thought it was so many people that actually went through this, and it was. I think I started going through it in, I want to say 2018 is when I really started go through it. Yeah, around that time, 2018. And then it was to the point that I went through the isolation stage, to the point that I didn't talk to anybody for like 2 or 3 years during that process, you know. And so we definitely need to stick together, because we're definitely going through spiritual warfare out here, and it gets intense. I ain't even know none of this stuff even exists. I don't know if because I was living of the world or what, but when um, when I had my spiritual awakening, and it was, I don't know. I think it was meant for it to happen. I think everything is meant to happen to you so you can learn and grow spiritually. But yeah, if it wasn't, it's a blessing in disguise. That's how I got to look at it, and that's how you guys should always look at your situation. It's a blessing in disguise. You just have to take it for what it is, and come out on top. You know, the blessing is you overcoming and utilizing that to heal other people. You know, once you do that, your spiritual bank is just, the Most High is just going to keep raising you up, and your spiritual protection is always going to be there. You know, how do you love again after relationship with demons? I would say whatever love that you have in your heart, and this is for anybody who's trying to find like the a relationship, with a partner or a significant other, even friends and stuff like that. Like, you have to connect with people spiritually. Like, it have nothing to do with like the flesh. Like, that's we far beyond that. Looks can be deceiving. So you definitely want to hook up with people that's spiritually inclined. And you do that by going through God. Let him find your partner. Like, God will assist you to your partners and the people that need to be in your life. And he does it spiritually. You just have to raise your vibration up. You are what you attract, so you have to definitely do the inner work and do the healing inside of yourself. And God will just keep promoting you spiritually as he keep raising you up. Then the people that you will attract will be on the same energy and the vibration as you. And God, the Most High, will guide you to those people. Right? He's trying to put all us together spiritually. Um, but to answer that question, how to love again, put all that energy and love and companionship, all that, whatever you have in your heart, just pour it into the Most High, and whatever your desires is, because he knows what you want out of life. He knows everything about you. But the same love that you was going to put towards that individual or man, put that towards the Most High so he can guide you to your partner. Because the Most High is not going to bring you somebody that's not fit for you. He's not going to let that happen. Like he analyzes everybody. So if he knows that you want to love again and have a significant other or a relationship, put that energy into him and then he's going to find your partner for you. Right. But don't never move on your own merit because your understanding is totally different than his, So, and I know we go through that process. I did it many a times thinking, okay, this is the right person. These are the right people, nah, is you have to tap in spiritually and understand what these people are about. But yeah, definitely love, put all that energy into the Most High, and then He will find your partner for you. Right? With demons, yeah, you definitely can't. It's nothing there. They don't have any feelings, right? It's just a vessel. It will never be reciprocated. That's for sure. Yeah, that's very true. The world is run on blood of innocent, even though God definitely has the final say in everything. Relationship is so important. The innocence of your heart, that's how he really measures us. And he definitely has like the final say over everything. And anything that you're going through, like he always analyzing your heart to see if you was in the right. And I know a lot of you guys are baits out here. People don't realize like God's children, like he will utilize us, as bait down here so the wicked can get judged, and people don't know who we are. We just appear in a group or wherever we go, and people that do us wrong, and our friends, family, in these groups, they it's serious consequences, and they don't know. Nobody knows who's who, but God knows. He knows He knows who we are by our heart. They ran me out of my business in 2022. Gang started me forced me to close down. We have the business. They continue to possess with that power. Shanley, what type of business did you have? You said they ran you out your business in 2022 and gang started me and forced me to close down. I want to know if there's any other business that they continue to possess that power. What Shanley, what type of business did you have? Oh, when the most high bound by demonic strongholds. Regardless of the abuse and schedule, and I can never sell my soul. the chosen ones from birth after certain tests. That's a good question. Are the chosen ones chosen from birth or after they pass a test? Um, I think they chosen. I would say they chosen at birth. Um, I think God, just like in the book of Jeremiah, when He said, "I knew you before you was in your mother womb." I think I think He knows um, certain people that He want to utilize here on this earth. But I also think that later on in life, because God would use anybody. I think He has certain people picked out at birth, and I think He has people along the journey. If somehow, some way um, that the person He picked um, didn't fulfill what they were supposed to do, I think He would utilize anybody. You know, just like He did, just like He did Moses. I think He would utilize anybody, whatever they have done. Like God would use you. As long as if you commit to Him and turn your life over directly to Him, like He would use you for something. Chosen people, we're just here to balance the world out. We're here to, wherever there's darkness at, we need to make sure we shine our light on it, you know, keep the world balanced. You said check my previous messages. I read. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, narcissists think they own everybody, like it's the demon that controls them, and then that demon controls or try to control God's people, anybody that's around. So yeah, most definitely that's what narcissists do. They're here to control people, just like the devil. You know, they're in survival mode. They're always in survival mode because the devil know if he can't control us, then he knows that he's out of here. Pretty much. They're always in survival mode, so they have to be codependent. If you notice that narcissists are always codependent, like they're never really that independent. Like they need people to fulfill their ego. If you ignore a narcissist and they can't use you as a pod, then they just die out. That's why if you see a lot of narcissists, a lot of them are just immature people. They're like big children, you know. All they do is pout and complain and point the finger, just like their father, the accuser. They carry on their father traits to a T. 67, and they get relentless by the day. Second, demon need permission to exist. We have different spirit. I know hard to bounce back. Yeah, I hear you about that. Um, Bouncing back after being sabotaged and betrayal. Yeah, I can definitely relate to that. Like it's man, like I think everything happened for a reason. When we go through different things, especially with narcissists and stuff like that, and demonic people and people that's all around us. You don't I always thought, like, even like growing up, like my intentions was always like I never wanted to do harm or do any bad things to people. I just thought people were just like me. I guess I was naive to a certain extent until you really start running into evil people. Then you realize, oh, it's a different ball game out here. Like it's totally different. Then you begin to see God more for direction because the people around you, they're not going to understand you. If they don't go through what you went through, or if they haven't, they're not going to understand you. They're going to make the situation worse. And low key, they already picked a side, whether they know it or not. So um, we definitely go through things and bouncing back after being sabotaged. I mean, you just have to get back up and fight, and disconnect and put all your energy into the Most High. That's for sure. But it's just for them to be able to sabotage you, they need connections to you, whether it's your family, your friends, or your significant other. Somehow, some way, they're in your energy to sabotage you. Now, if they wasn't never in your energy to begin with, they wouldn't be able to do that. So we have to, and I know we don't know any better. I know I didn't know any better because I ain't even know this stuff even exists. But once they're in your energy, they definitely have access to you. It becomes almost like a marriage. Any relationship that you have with anybody that's in your energy is pretty much a marriage in the universe eyes, right? So be very careful on the people that you deal with, because they will sabotage you. If they're in your energy, then yeah, they have the ability to do that. So you have to cut ties. You know, um, just don't bring anybody in. Always use discernment. Get close to the Most High, and He will show you everything. But yeah, I understand what you're saying by you feel stuck, and it's hard for you to move forward. Um, you have to rebuke those people. You have to get them out your energy ASAP as possible. Seek positive affirmation. Always seek a higher power, seek God, just so you can get out of the midst of these people, right? So once they're in your energy, they're going to sabotage you. It's hard for you to grow if somebody's in your energy. If somebody bonded to you, it's hard. It's hard to get unstuck. You have to disconnect with those people as soon as possible. Still man the core of this regardless of determining factor prosperity. Yeah, I need to man, to be honest, I'm not even a part of a prayer group. Um I need to start fellowshipping, but I'm so man, it's so hard to connect with people spiritually because you don't really know what God they serve. So I have to be more open. I think sometimes I get too cautious, and that's my problem too. I get too cautious, um, so it's hard for me to open up to certain people, and then especially different groups and stuff like that. But I definitely need to start fellowshipping with people and have a prayer group. Definitely, that's something I need in my life, like ASAP. I guess I need to let my guard down. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Man, it helps you understand what's going on, how it works. Yeah, it definitely took me a while to understand spiritual warfare and how to fight. You know, I definitely learned a lot, like in isolation. Um, but I grew spiritually. You know, I started to read the Bible. Like I was in Psalms like faithfully. Like the individual that I was dealing with, like they was trying to get me out of here quickly as possible. And I didn't know what was going on, but everything that they would try to do, at first I'm not gonna lie, like I was in fear for a minute. Like I wasn't I was in that isolation period, like I was constantly in fear, but I could hear God speak and I would just interact with him. Like I would pray and then I would hear him say things. You need to do this, you need to do that. But I gradually started to grow and start to trust him because I didn't know what I was dealing with. And I can tell that the people that was doing all these type of rituals and stuff like that, like they was working hard. Like it was like nightmares after nightmares. So I had to constantly pray. I was constantly in Psalms, reading prayers of David, and I would just on my knees, every day, just praying, just rebuking, praying, and I was just doing it with authority. And I just kept doing it, and then things started to get lighter and lighter. And I knew after a while, I started to get stronger in the spirit. And then I was like, okay. And then I could hear God clearly, like more clear. Every time I would grow spiritually, I would hear Him clearly, more clearly. I was like, okay. So then I started to build a trust. Like, okay, now like I trust Him 100%. So that fear was starting to go away. So then when I was going through my process, like I never wanted to do like videos. Like I never wanted to really speak on what was going on. I just wanted to keep to myself. I just wanted to be left alone. You know what I'm saying? Like I just live my life and just be left alone. I'm an introvert, so I really don't like dealing with like crowds of people. I just had a handful of people that I was dealing with. But um, as I was going through the spiritual warfare, I would just get closer to him and I would just get stronger and stronger. And then I was getting, more confident to fight these things. And then I wasn't in fear no more. And then I understood like, hey, I got this under control. And then the most I can tell he wanted me to speak, but I didn't, I kept procrastinating. Months would go by, a year go by, and I just kept procrastinating. And he would just kept telling me to speak, speak. God, I did not want to do YouTube. I'm not even gonna lie. Like I was like, man, I just kept dreading it. I was like, nah. Yeah, after a while, I just like I have to do it. So once I started to speak, it began to get easier, to tell my story. But I just didn't realize it was people out there that was gonna relate. I was just like, hey, it is. I just, tell what I went through and hopefully people can relate. And then come to find out it's a lot of you guys out here that went through the same thing that I went through. Like I said, it's a blessing. Like it really is a blessing to come across you guys for real. Because when people don't understand what you go through, you on your island by yourself. Like everybody's pointing a finger at you, you know, because they can't relate. They didn't go through what you went through, so they don't even know what you're talking about. It's like you talking foreign language to them. They don't understand. So it's like, who do you talk to? You know, man, I'm coming through this. My bad. Let me back up. I'm hitting the damn button. Narcissism. Wow, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, when you come out of isolation, it's like your life starts all over again. Like I had to like recalibrate, like reprogram the way I was thinking. Like I was just looking at everything differently, you know. And at the same time, I could tell I was being stalked. Like I knew I was being stalked for a long time. Even since I was like a little kid, I knew it was something that wasn't clear. I knew it was somebody watching me at all times, you know. My fault, y'all. I'm hitting this button. I'm just sliding through all y'all messages. Come through. Let me go back. Thank you. I appreciate it. Spirit God, strong. Oh yeah. Once you get stronger in the spirit, you'll see that mask on you. That mask will fall off of everybody around you. Stay attentive to sense. Stops gas station. Yeah, it was crazy. I was this is like a. It's funny you say that. Steel City GTO. You said once you get stronger, you can see them without the mask. Stay attentive to surrounds. They also can see you. They sense it. Rest stop and gas station. Yeah, it's funny you say that. I remember like a month ago, I was at the gas station pumping gas. Then I go inside, pay or whatever, get something to drink. And then I come out, and this lady, she pulls up right next to my car. She's on the other side, and then she jumps out, like out of her vehicle, like towards mine. And she walks up to me, and she was like, "I'm being stopped. I'm being stopped." She was like, "Could you watch my car for me?" And I'm just like, I just looked at her. I was just like, and then she hit the alarm, and then she ran into the store. And then I was like, all right. So I was like, let me chill. You know what I'm saying? Like I was trying to figure out what was going on. And then she came back out. She was like, "Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. They've been after me." And she ain't even and I was like, what? And then she got me like a drink, like out the store for watching her car while she was inside. And I was just like, and I just kind of looked at her and I was just like, see, that's what you're dealing with. Like like people already like you got agents here. Like people already know who you are. And there was a lady that just pulled a random stunt. I guess it wasn't random, but she just pulled a stunt. Like she knew what she was doing because she didn't even pump no gas. Like it made no sense what she did. Like any other person would have pulled up to the front of the store, not the gas pump, and then walk in. You're not even getting any gas. She just did that on purpose, and that was a perpetrator. Those are agents, right? She's been watching her and her group, the people that she's affiliated with, like they watch us. They watch certain people in the city. And it's usually like a group, a cult, a coven, follow you around, watch you, see what you're doing. And then that's exactly what she was doing. And I just kind of looked at her and I was just like, what is she talking about? But what she was really doing was mocking me because she's been watching me, whoever the lady was. She was pretty much mocking me. I don't know if she's seen my channel on YouTube or she assigned to me. Like a lot of these people are agents, they are assigned to you. They'll pay these people underneath the table, they'll give them Walmart gift card, they'll give them a Red Lobster gift card, a Target gift card. They'll pay their month up for a couple months. They'll pay their rent up, and they'll have them assigned to watch you and stuff like that. Like they do all this type of weird stuff out here, man. It's crazy. But the goal is to keep you in fear. You know what I'm saying? But we're not moving in fear. God didn't give us a spirit of fear whatsoever. So we're not gonna move in fear. My fault, y'all. I'm going through y'all comments, not even empty vessels. Nothing wrong with being single. Have more time without being single. Yeah, definitely. Absolutely. Brother, you're trying to. Yeah, I hope it grows too. Like man, I just try to be obedient and try to put out as much videos as I can because I can, and I could just tell like the most I like, I can tell he a tug at my spirit because he be wanting me to release videos every day, but of course I work a full-time job, also, but I think he still be wanting me to produce videos, and I'd be like, man, it's kind of. I mean, I try to stay obedient as much as I can. But I can tell he be wanting me to put out more videos, and I just was like, man, I get home from work, I'll be tired sometimes, and then I have to follow up on what he say. A lot of stuff that he revealed to me, I try to write it down, and then I try to put it together on board so you guys can understand. Um, so yeah, I hope that my channel grow most definitely. He said, "Do you think part of them is human? Still know what they're doing?" Man, I think narcissists is, man, a lot of them are just. I don't think they're all there, to be honest. Like I don't think it's like they soul. I think their soul has been taken over. Like them is dangerous people. I think they're so suppressed. Like I think when those demonic spirits go inside their vessel, I think it takes fully control over them. Um, but to be honest, I don't think the actual person that's in that vessel. I don't think they're there. I don't. I think they're fully taken over because they don't feel anything. Like they don't have any emotions. They don't have no heart. Like they don't feel nothing. And those people are dangerous. But if they and you ask me, do I think they're human? I think 20% of them have human-like instincts, but I think majority of that demonic spirit has taken fully, completely over their vessel. Like narcissists, you can tell especially like the copycats when they try to mimic people, like they try their best to try to fit in, but you can tell there's something off. A lot of them has personality disorder, so you could tell when um, they try to blend in with different crowds, different social crowds. You can tell that something's not there. You can tell they're off, and it's usually their social skills, like as far as them interacting with people. Like I know it's introverts out here, but you can tell there's something off. Like it's like a glitch or it's like a delay when you're talking to these people. And I know you guys seen like the narcissist stare. It's like a stare that they do. It's like when you're speaking to them or having a conversation with them. It's like they're listening, but they're not fully uh, taken in by what you're saying. It's like a stare that they give you, and it's almost like a demon type of stare. It's like a void look. It's like the lights is on, but nobody there type of stare. Like I know y'all know what I'm talking about. I know y'all came across certain narcissists and they got this stare, and you like, man, what's going on? And I think the demon try to took fully control of these individuals, and they try their best to try to mimic people to try to blend in with society, you know? So yeah, I think it's about 20% of the humanistic person inside their vessel, but 80%, I think that demon took fully control of these people because they don't feel nothing. I heard narcissistic for the first time in 2020. Yeah, I didn't hear about it to I would say like 2018. Like I didn't even know narcissists even exist. Like I had no clue until I ran into my family member I was telling you about who was trying to sacrifice me, and I had to figure out like what is this? Like what type of individual is this? You know, because it was like a almost like a horror movie. Like I wouldn't stop at none. I'm like, what's wrong with this person? You know what I'm saying? And then I had to do some research and realize, oh, this is a narcissist. And then I had to look at the traits, the personality, all these. Uh, I wouldn't even say qualities, but the traits that they was carrying. And then I had to do some research, and then I realized, okay, this is a demon. This is a narcissist. And then I had to study up on it, what type of individual I was dealing with, because I was like, man, what type of individual is this? So it was. So that's when I heard about it. It was like 2018, but when I came in contact with this individual was like in 2000, like 15, 16, like around that time. And the whole time you think you interacting with a person. You know, I'm thinking this is a human. Like this is a human. I'm already going business with this individual. It's a demon. You know what I'm saying? So it's like everything that you're saying is like they're processing it through their system. Like it's almost like a recorder. And they take all their information back and they take it to the kingdom of darkness. That's how Satan works. You know, he utilized the covert narcissist as a vessel, and you sitting there confiding in this individual, and you thinking this is a human being, and no, this is a demon, right? And now they pretty much got you because now they're doing work on you, and you're not even knowing that they're doing work. You don't even know this stuff even exists. They just willing you to sleep. So I had to do some research on what I was dealing with. Like later on, I was like, hold on, man, something ain't right. And then the individual stole my clothes, and then this individual started to do work on me. Like my life changed after that, for real. Like it did 360. Like I was out of here. I didn't know what this was. And then I had to figure out, hold on, man. As the years passed, I started to do research and then feel like, and I realized what I was dealing with. I said, oh, I'm dealing with a demon. The whole time you confiding in this individual, you trying to start this business, you trying to do this and trying to, this is a demon. You know what? I'm just like a real live demon in the flesh. So it was crazy. So and I had to figure out what I was dealing with. I said, okay, this is a narcissist. And then it was, you know, the term covert narcissist. They got covert, overt, and I think the other one is like manipulative narcissist or whatever. But it's just demon possession, you know. These are just Satan's children. Yeah, we definitely called to be set apart. That's for sure. Yeah, that's the thing. You start seeing these traits in different people, and then you realize, like, hold on, man, something ain't right. And then you can see that demonic spirit starts jumping from body to body. But I think a lot of them, even though that spirit can go inside different people, some of them just have the extreme. Uh, they have it like more extreme than the other, especially if they're like jealous and envious of you. Them is dangerous people because them people will stop at nothing to get you up out of here. The individual I was dealing with was, man, it's been almost like 10 years. It's still going on. I'm like, damn, man, give up. Will not give up for nothing. But I guess they being tormented. You know, They sign that spiritual contract. The devil, he torments them. You know, he disciplined his children. They ain't sleeping. They ain't getting no sleep. They up all night trying to figure out how to take you down. They get other people involved. They just jump right on the train. I just got delivered from codependency. To be a family member, sibling, spiritual battle, no children, spiritual warfare. It's weird at this point that man with a he had a goat head walked in my life. Man, yeah, it's serious out here. So I agree that the chosen one predestined. Yeah. Yeah, I do think yeah, I knew you before you was born. Yeah, I think the most high has his people set apart um at a young age, you know, before he knew us before we even was even here. And I think he just gave us, you know, the spiritual awakening that we have so we can transfer basically just coming out the matrix, coming out the world into the spiritual realm, you know, and he pretty much shows us everything from that point on how to deal with certain things. But yeah, I think the Most High has always been there, you know, watching us also. You know, he always had like a seal of protection over our life. And I think the devil would just, as long as if we was of the world, the devil, I don't think the attack was that vicious until we got our awakening. Like I knew like the Most High, like I knew he was in my life in different, um, since I was a kid, like I could feel his presence. But a lot of time, like I didn't, like to be honest, like I didn't grow up in church. I went to you know, like Sunday school like a few times, you know, with my older sister. And that was it. Like I didn't grow up in a church family or nothing like that. We believed in God, but it wasn't, you know, it wasn't to that extent, you know. I could really tell he was in my presence anytime like I would get into like certain trouble. Um, it seemed like the most high will always bail me out that situation. You know, and I'm like, dang, how did I get out this situation? It'd be certain circumstances that ain't no way like I'm going down, you know, this and that, and he'll just show up. You know, he always showed up. And I was like, dang. And so yeah, he definitely he's presence in a lot of our lives, you know. Wicked, we're created. What's up, Diaspora? Connect, Tanizu. The wicked were created for the day of the wrath, says the scripture. Yeah, definitely. I definitely believe that too. So, so we talk to the Lord. No, I didn't see that. You seen Michael Franzi, the ex-mother, turn to the Lord. No, I haven't seen that. Michael Franzi. Yeah, I mean, it's never too late. Like God, he always, like he would use a lot, anybody pretty much. If you're willing to listen and be obedient and turn away from darkness, like he would definitely utilize you. That's for sure. Like he knows our hearts. What happens to be free at last? God gave me victory, and I am that into God. That into God Almighty. Yeah, definitely. She heard my voice and opens from me. Yeah, he definitely hears us. He's always listening to what we're saying and what we're talking about, what we're thinking. Like he's like God is everywhere. Parents request records press every month to see who's looking at your data. It's authorized to have. Yeah, medical records should be secured. And a lot of them is like they invade our privacy, you know? Like they're always like the wicked. You notice the wicked is always invading people's privacy. Like they're always trying to figure out basically who you are. Like the wicked is always in survival mode. Like they need to know information about you. That's how the devil is. Like they strategize. They stay strategizing on trying to figure out how to catch you up. That's why in the Bible it says, be vigilant, be sober, because the devil is a roaring lion seeking who he may devour. Like he's constantly utilizing people to gain information. Like, and they just inbound, they don't, they have no boundaries. You know what I'm saying? Like they just come and just do whatever, or at least they try to. That would tend to be a friend, gaslight you, who really see the opportunity to strike attack you again. Oh yeah. Yeah, once a narcissist enter your life, get that person out and never open the door again. Never. Never. Once I figure out what a narcissist was, all right, that's it. And it's crazy because the individual, he been backstabbing me since I was a kid. But I'm a kid. I don't know what narcissism is. You know what I'm saying? But I can tell being backstabbed as an 8-year old, as a 9-year old, you understand that. But you don't know the terminology. I didn't know the terminology until later on. And so when I kept letting this individual back in my life, this person would backstab me. But I never knew how to express it. Like I never knew the terminology. I just knew how I was feeling about this individual. But God, us as God's children, we keep giving people chances after chances. Now as you get older and you start to see, like, hold on, man, this is repetitive. This person keep you know what I'm saying? Like it's just nonstop. So once they're not gonna change because it's a demon in them, right? As long as if that demon has access to you, then they're gonna keep betraying you, they're gonna keep backstabbing you. It's a half man and the head was goat. It didn't speak, it just looked at me. But I could somehow understand what it was saying. You said half man and half goat. It just speaked and looked at me, but I couldn't. But I could somehow understand what it was saying. That's yeah. Is that like some voodoo or something? They were part of the occult. What did I not know? That my family was part of the organization. They tried to pressure me to join in various ways. I wouldn't join. Yeah, I got some family members that's some Freemasons. That's the part of the occult also. Uh, like I said, if you around people that's willing to do anything for money, those are the most dangerous people. For real. I ain't even know none of this stuff and even exists. Like if it wasn't for like the most high, like he would speak to me and basically just show me these people, what they would be doing. I'd be like, what's going on with these people? He definitely shed a light on these people, man. That's for sure. Chosen are the proper leaders in the teaching. Yeah, most definitely we are. Amen. Amen. We fall into traps of the devil, but God is always there. Always deliver his chosen ones. Yeah, he definitely always delivers. That's for sure. And I fell into the traps of the devil like many times. And God had just come bail me out. Like he's always there. helping us. That's for sure. This happened at the height of my spiritual warfare with the covert narcissist. Oh wow. Yeah, yeah. It get really intense. That spiritual warfare is something else. Like you definitely have to go through it to understand it. That's for sure. Because I know when I was in the height of mine, like in the beginning, it would be times I would wake up like in a dream, like I would be in a morgue and I would be like on a table, and it's like they were trying to it almost felt like I was deceased in a sense. I could see what they were doing. Like I'm laying down, but they were trying to operate on me. Like they were like, okay, he's gone. Let me take out some organs. Let me, like I was in a process of, and I would just, every night was like that, and I was being tormented. And it was just witchcraft, spiritual warfare, getting attacked. And I would constantly be in fear. I would wake up in the morning just in fear, constantly in fear. When you're in fear, the vibration is down, and then the narcissist is sending demonic spirits, and those spirits start attaching to you. Whatever they send to you, they start attaching to you because now you're at that level. And their goal is basically just trying to get you out of here, right? Like the last spirit is the spirit of suicide. They'll try to put that on you to see, okay, he can't take it and he's gonna take himself out. So yeah, especially when you're at the height of the spiritual, hey, it's crazy because you don't know what's going on. Like you can't talk to anybody. Who you gonna call? The police? You can't talk to nobody. Nobody. I didn't know anybody who ever experienced it. So I'm like, man, what is this? And then I just started to I would hear God speak, and then as I'm hearing him speak, I would get closer to him, and then I started to get in the Bible. I said, oh, I got to start understanding these prayers. I got to start reading. That was like my comfort zone. You know, they need your energy at the same time they serve to lie and deceive. Yeah, they definitely need your energy. And it's crazy. Once they get a whiff of your energy, like the wicked, they stay trying to attach themselves to you at all times. Because a lot of them trying to relieve that, them demons torment the narcissist so bad that when they come in contact with your light, it protects them in a sense. So they just, they utilizing your light for protection, and they're utilizing your light to manifest also off of it, you know? Like the wicked can't produce. We have to understand that they need somebody to latch on to by any means. They're always looking for supply, they're always looking for energy. These are Satan's children. I have completely surrendered my life to Christ, and I am better by the day, and it's working on the fear and due to all the money. Yeah, never. I can understand the fear. I definitely went through that, but once you grow in the spirit, that fear, it goes away because it can't, Satan needs permission, you know, he needs permission to not to attack you, but he needs permission to get you out of here, and he can't, God is not going to let that happen. And that's what I had to realize too, because in the height of my spiritual warfare, I'm like, oh man, this stuff is going to manifest. I kept thinking everything that I was seeing and experiencing in the spiritual realm, I was like, it's going to manifest. I was like, this stuff is going to manifest, and so that's what kept me in fear because I didn't want it to manifest. And God would just speak, and basically tell me like, hey, stay close to me. Nothing will happen, And so my trust started to grow in, even though I was still getting attacked, but it wasn't strong as the height of my spiritual warfare. As I grew, I began to fight back. Could the experience of sleep paralysis be a result of living with the mind? Yeah, definitely. Could the experience of sleep paralysis be a result of? Yes, definitely. I experienced that before, actually, with one of my mates. This this girl I was that I dated, and I would have, man, it would be times I couldn't even move out the bed, and I'd be sitting there trying to get her attention, and I'm trying to basically scream, like move my hand, like move my arm so I can snap out of it, like I was just trapped in my body. And I would just sit there and I'm trying to scream. She can't hear me. She laying on the side, and I'm just like, and then come to find out, it's demonic, and, plus, we of the world, a lot of us is living in sin, and, when we live in sin of the world, the Most High will separate itself from us, so yeah, definitely sleep paralysis, definitely, especially with somebody with demonic ties and stuff like that. And if you of the world, yeah, that'll definitely happen. It's important to put up healthy boundaries. Yes, most definitely. Definitely got to have healthy boundaries. That's for sure. Lost my house, my cars, my business, doing spiritual warfare. About so much stuff. Yeah, they definitely take a toll on you. Once they start attacking you, they usually start attacking your finances, your health, your relationships, all of that. If you got a business, they're gonna try to attack that too. Their goal is to try to make you homeless. When God let us feel the burdens to a certain extent, just so it can build us up spiritually, right? A lot of us, this is the only way that that we get close to God based on our circumstances that we go through. He'll put us in situations and let the devil attack us to a certain degree, but it's to build us up spiritually so we can rely on him more, even more. And what we lose, we gain back. Just like Job, when he started to lose everything, he gained back everything and plus more, you know. So just keep your sanity, always keep your spirits up. Stop leaving the door open for them to enter. Yeah, you definitely got to shut that door. Definitely got to shut the door. Gotta go black out. I joined a prayer group and people were speaking curses. I was praying. Yeah, you gotta definitely use discernment. Let God choose your prayer group and who you fellowship with for real. Because you don't know who you praying with, right? You could be praying with some witches and don't even know. Like it gets serious out here. Demons will stand in my doorway. Yeah, I experienced that too. Was at Jerome James. The demons would stand in my doorway. Once they knew spiritually I could see, they would stop sleeping in the bedroom. Yeah, I would. It'd be crazy. I would see demons like at the edge of my bed. And then I remember seeing one standing next to my bed. And of course, he had something in his hand and he was just looking at me. And I can see him, I'm dozing off. And I'm just looking like it was from that point on, like I was already, like I was so used to it. I get to the point where I'm used to it. And then I'm just like, all right. And so then it just go away. It's just the fear is not there no more. Like in the beginning, yeah, I was in fear, but after a while, you get used to it. You're not going for it no more. You're like, all right, shut the door when you leave. And that's what I tell the spirit. Like I ain't got time for it today. And you're right. Once you see them and they know that you see them, I'm like, what else y'all got? You got to come with something better. I'm not going for it. You still bonded to them once they're dead. I don't know what you mean by that. Are you still bonded to them once they're dead? I need to be part of a prayer group as well. Yeah, I hear you. What you did? Yeah, they do. Satan is always attacking God's children. Yeah, Psalms 35. Yeah, that was my go-to right there. Psalms 35. Like I would have that. And I need to show y'all my Bible, but I would have it highlighted certain parts of Psalms that I would just constantly just recite. And I would get up all through the night, just especially like around like 2 a.m., 3 a.m. Like I would get up constantly, and I was constantly on the Psalms 35. That was like my go-to. Doing a good job. Yeah, most definitely. I try my best, Susie. Thank you for subscribing. Yeah, because I look at you guys as family. Like whatever I'm going through, I try to relate the information to you, just so we can get out this thing together. Because we're all fighting dark forces, right? If we all come together spiritually, if we pour into each other, that raises our vibration up. Once our vibration rises together, it shifts, everything gets shifted because the coasts and covenants, they can't benefit off of us anymore. You know, like we have to take back what's ours, and what's ours is what we're here to do. We all are part of the body of Christ, and we all got different positions that we need to be doing inside the body. If we come together spiritually, that magnitude, that high vibration will push that dark energy out. You know, like we definitely have to pour into each other. They did witchcraft, black magic, I suppose, nonstop. Training, yeah, definitely training to make us stronger. Like I said, God will let us go through certain things, and we think, oh man. And I used to always ask God, why do I got to go through this? Why do I got to go through that? And sometimes He will respond, and sometimes He wouldn't. And I just had to just go through it. But it's a blessing though. Everything is a blessing. Like I said in my last video, if you love God, then everything will work out in your favor. A lot of this is just training. This is the only way He can train us, right? Like if think about it, if we never go through anything, then God will never know that we really love Him, right? Like He'll never, like He would, His, our mission will be incomplete in a way, right? So we have to go through things in order to see the light on the other side of things, to get stronger spiritually, right? And we're here to just pour into each other. Like we have to definitely pour into each other and stick together. Because really it's the righteous versus the wicked. That's what it's really about. Like it has nothing to do with like race, culture, gender. Like it has nothing to do with like none of that. Like we all been deceived. As soon as you deliver from the world, it's like you're a newborn. Yeah, most definitely, Laura Lee. You said as soon as you deliver from the world, it's like, yep, most definitely. It's like you just like you lose your life of the world and then you gain it back in Christ. You just look at things totally different. Like you just you embrace everything God has for you, even like the little things in life. Like you don't take nothing for granted. Going through it now, stuck by switches and they're trying to lie me through witchcraft, but I'm fighting. Yeah, yeah, yep. Like them demons, like them Freemasons, like they're constantly working. Witchcraft, sorcery, like they got a whole playbook. Starting to study deeper. Daughter pass. I'm sorry about hearing your daughter pass. Daughter was out here. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. Daughters of Zion. Sorry to hear that. Definitely stay committed to the walk. To be exposed. Yeah, the enemy. It's funny you say that, God's best. You said expose the enemy. They hate to be exposed. Man, when I put out those videos, you tell my spiritual warfare that night. Oh man, especially that one I did. The narcissistic rage. Man, as soon as I got done doing the video later that night, I must have went to sleep. That narc was trying to astral project in my dreams so fast that tormented me. I was like, damn. Like I could just feel that you can just feel the attempts, You could just feel the hatred, the screaming inside the spiritual realm. Like it's yeah, you're right. They hate to be exposed, especially when they gather people around to watch you. You know what I'm saying? Like they really try to gather people around to watch your downfall, not knowing the tables is already turned, not knowing that you're exposing them in front of everybody. They all watching what's going on. They all know what's going on. So when you start speaking the truth, now it's like, oh, we don't want you. Don't speak the truth because you exposed me in front of everybody. I got everybody around to watch you fail, but now you're exposing me, and they don't want that. The narcissists don't want to be exposed because then they can't use people. They can't manipulate people like they do. You know, they play on people ignorance, just like the individual did with me. Like I was ignorant to the sense because I ain't even know none of this stuff exists. People around them ignorant also. They don't know it exists. To somebody speak out, but they know that the covert narcissist, they know he's off. They know something's off about him, but they can't put their finger on it. They don't know what narcissist is either. Some of them just go along with the get along. You know, a lot of them are cowards. Truth be told, should we be careful what we eat? Yeah, Marquise Holland. Yeah, we definitely should be careful what we eat, and that's something I deal with too. It's picking the right foods to eat. But all I can say to that is just fruits and vegetables, much as you can. Did you ever get sent to a psych ward? Nah, I never got sent to a psych ward. None of that. Um, I didn't really like when I was going through my spiritual warfare. Like I was isolated. Like I was, so I was truck driving. So I would drive like all 48 states, like nonstop. So I wouldn't take a break into phew, like I'll be gone for like 3 or 4 months, and then I will go back to my hometown, and then I'll go back on the road for 3 or 4 months. So when I was in isolation, like nobody really knew like what I was actually going through, because I knew they wouldn't be able to relate, so I never really spoke out loud on what I was going through. I would just confide in the Most High and then pray. I was praying, fasting, much as I can. But when I was in isolation, you have to understand, like I was in a truck for like months. Like I lived in my truck. You know what I'm saying? So I'm constantly driving, I'm constantly working. And at the end of the night, I'd be, in my bunk praying, you know, and dealing with, spiritual warfare. So it wasn't too many people. I wasn't really speaking on what I was going through. I had a couple people that I was confiding in, but other than that, I wasn't speaking. I didn't have a YouTube channel. Like I didn't have nothing. I just had my truck and my Bible, and that was it. Like I wasn't out or nothing. Even when I would go home and visit, my family, I may, you know, go out at night, but then I was right back in my truck. Like I was looking at everybody like they was the enemy because at first I didn't know where it was coming from, you know. And so I was pointing my finger at people that really didn't really know what was going on. They had no clue. And then I didn't know who was behind it until the Most High started showing me faces. When he started showing me faces in the dream state, and then he was showing me like actual like what happened, like the actual process and what started it and this and that. Yeah, and then I knew. But I had to put two and two together. Like he would show me things, and some of it I would ignore. It was a lot of stuff the Most High would show me, and I would ignore it. Even like the covert narc, my family member, like he was showing me like red flags, and then I had other friends that would tell me, certain things, and then I would ignore it. I just kept ignoring because I was trying my best to, man, I was trying to get this business off the ground. You know what I'm saying? So I was just like, man, I need to be focused on the business part of things and try to get as much as accomplished as possible. So if I hook up with this individual, we can get things going. We can, make some moves out here. And so I was so tunnel vision that when God would show me red flags of this individual, I was just ignoring it. I was just ignoring it. And it was tons of red flags. It's crazy. Kingdom honor, advance. Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, everything that I go through, I try to explain it the best way I can. Um, Whatever God showed me in the spiritual realm, like I try my best to put it on the board and try to make it make sense to you guys. And it's kind of hard because he'll show me stuff, and I'm like, man, how am I supposed to draw this up? And so I have to ponder on it for like a couple of days to figure out how I'm gonna present it to you guys. And sometimes I just pray and hope that you guys can receive and understand what I'm talking about. Because this is still pretty new to me. I'm not gonna lie. Like when he give me certain downloads and certain things and certain messages to present, it's tough sometimes. Sometimes I get frustrated, and then because I can't, I'm trying to dissect it, and then at the same time, I'm trying to present it to you guys where I can draw it up where it can make sense. You know? So yeah, I try my best. Whatever he showed me, I try my best to just present it to you guys. I started reading from Cypher Online. Some my test kind of blood of Jesus. Yeah, I would definitely, Daughters of Zion. I would definitely want to hear. Yeah, your testimony is very important. is one of the most important things you can do is tell your story, because you can, like, a lot of you guys can reach people that I can't reach. I'm trying my best to reach as many people as possible, and sometimes it doesn't resonate with certain people, and that's fine. But your story can make a difference in people's lives that I can't reach. I'm just doing my part. But once you tell your testimony, you can reach people that I can't. So your testimony is very important, that people know what you go through and what you've been through and how you overcame it, because that can help somebody grow spiritually. And that's what we're here to do, is just shine light on each other so we can grow. And I think God put us in different situations, like, hey, I'm going to let my son or my daughter go through this. If they can conquer this situation, this story, then they can present it to the world. And people that think that they're alone, they're not really alone, until they come across a story, and then they can relate. And then that's how he brings us together spiritually, you know? And it's a blessing. Like, it really is a blessing to have. Just to interact with you guys is a blessing. Because I was fighting this for a long time by myself. And I'm just like, man, nobody knows, like, who do you go to? You know what I'm saying? You can go to a counselor, you can go to a therapist, but if they're not spiritually inclined, they don't know what you're going through, you know? They looking at you like you crazy. So it's a blessing to come across you guys, like, for real. Like, it really is a blessing. Warfare be real, but yeah. Most definitely, you have so much wisdom, makes me clear to understand. Thank you. I give all praises to the Most High. Like, I'm just teaching from Him speaking through me. I'm just a vessel. That's all I am. I'm just a vessel. I'm gonna make this stuff up. Still going through right now. It's going on, but God have to sign off. Tune in, back in my battery's almost dead. Yeah, I thank you, Miracle Forest too, for signing in. I thank you so much for being here. I see you guys' name in the comment section on my video, so it's a blessing that you're here, and I always wondering who you guys are. Okay. Yeah, Susie, the healing process is like, you definitely have to heal through everything that you go through. Like, you have to put that effort in to do the inner work. Like, the inner work is so important. Once you do the inner work, you conquer something inside of you that means so much to the Heavenly Father. Then He can utilize your strength, right? He's working through us, and if we can just listen and stand obedient to Him, like, He raises us up in a different level, you know. And He gives us, like, piece by piece. Like, He'll give you information and wisdom little at a time, just so we can handle it. He won't throw too much on you. But as you grow spiritually, He'll just kind of like bird feed us in a sense, so we can understand, so we can dissect everything that He's trying to give us. Because there'd be stuff that I ask for, and I'd be wanting Him to, pour more into me, but that some of the stuff I wouldn't be able to handle. And I'm okay with that. Bits and pieces I'm cool with, and I just take that and just learn from it, and then try my best to present it, and then I'm ready for the next chapter. Little increments that He'll work with us as far as pouring into us. Keep your full armor of God all the time, most definitely. The narcissists who have been converted doing witchcraft know what they're doing in the spiritual realm. Yeah, definitely. Um, Do narcissists who have been converted doing witchcraft know when you know what they're doing in the spiritual realm? Yeah, they do. If they're in your energy, the narcissist knows. They understand they know when you wake up to what they're doing because your energy shifts their energy. Like if they're binded to you, as far as energy work, they know when you can sense something because your energy will start to change. Um, so they definitely know what they're doing as far as the witchcraft, and they know when you are awakening to what's going on. And then they try to go harder. From that point, they're really trying to take you out. But once you know, it's harder for them to actually do the things that they were once doing to you because now you're able to protect yourself. Just by you knowing it's your protection. I used to ask the Most High all the time, like, he would tell me stuff, and I'm like, why are you telling me? Like, do something about it. Don't tell me, you know? But I understand why he was telling me now because awareness is everything. Awareness is your protection, right? Even if you don't do anything, but just you being aware of what's by you knowing what's going on. Yeah, that's a seed of protection. Most definitely. You said, what about kids? What do you mean by that? What about kids? Facts, children. I think the trend was trying to get you into agreement of some sort. Yes, children. Pre-record, do a command. Kingdom Honor Advance. Yeah, you can pre-record and do premieres. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely. I need to grow my channel for real. Um, I need to put out more videos. Yeah, I gotta get more creative also. There's a lot of stuff I need to do. I think they're similar to someone under the influence of alcohol, poisoning. Somebody said they don't know what they're doing. Saints influence. Yeah, when that demonic spirit goes into the covert narcissist, it takes fully control. That's why when you notice, when you look at like, have you ever noticed like when you look at people that do like vicious like crimes, and you will see their mugshot like on TV or whatever online, you would just look at their mugshot and you just look at them, and you can tell like they're not all there. You can tell like it's like a demonic spirit has invaded them. It's like it took completely over that person, and then it leaves after that. Like once that demonic it'll use that person to do the crime. After the crime is committed, that demonic spirit just goes out of that person and then it goes into another person. Now you sitting in jail or you dead, and those people in jail sometimes they don't even know why they did what they did. Like it made no sense for them to do what they did. Like when it comes to that type of like crime, like those type of vicious crimes, some of them don't know. Like that demonic spirit takes completely over that vessel, and then it just use that vessel to do some extreme, and then it just leaves that vessel. So it's definitely, yeah, Satan influence is strong. People, vessels, weak vessels, right? That's all you can say is weak vessels. They'll let Satan just take fully control, like no resistance. It's crazy. I have chosen, so glad you made it live. What we go through is real. Yeah, it's definitely real. This is all real, for real. Sociopathic is stare. Yeah, I know y'all seen that stare before. They always dress like you, mimic you. Yeah, they always gonna mimic people. It's like I said, it's just an empty vessel. The more people that it can mimic, the more they can blend in society. Because all demons trying to do is blend in. That's all they try to do is blend in, but they need to mimic people to make it seem like they're authentic. But you can tell by their actions and their social skills that, like, hold on, man, something ain't right. And they just sit there and copy. Like, I gotta dress like this person, I gotta talk like this person. They just copy, you know? You're right, nobody is at home. Yeah, exactly. Like, it's just a vessel, but you can tell something's off. You like, is everything all right? And it's just, a lot of them just that demon takes fully control. Extremely dangerous individual. Yeah. Yep. We're black lots of it. Yeah. Yeah, they will stop, like you said, they won't stop at nothing. Like a lot of them sign spiritual contracts, with the adversary. And the devil expect them to deliver. A lot of them, okay, I'm gonna get this individual. This is the easy target. Hey, they won't stop at nothing. Like they would just continue and continue and continue. It's like they just, like I said, after a while, the person in that vessel is not even there no more. The demon took over him completely, and that demon get upset over and over that they can't take you out, you know. And Satan knows he'll send these demons out here. He knows some of these demons that he sent out here can't take God's children out. He knows that. He'll just send them on a dummy mission, hoping to get you, hoping to bind you into some type of demonic contract with this individual. And usually they do it with your partner, with your mate. They'll bring somebody in and be like, hey, you think this is the person for you? You think you met somebody? You think this is your significant other? Nah, it'd be a demon just trying to bind their energy with yours so they can strip you from your resources. That's basically what they're doing. Do you think angels walk among us and can perform? Yeah, most definitely. I think it's definitely angels out here. Um, like if Satan can utilize people, so can the Most High. He will utilize people as angels, like earth angels and stuff like that. Yeah, most definitely. That's why you have to be very careful on how you treat people. Like treat people the same way like you want to be treated. Treat people with respect and honor because you never know who you're dealing with, right? You just never know, and God could just be testing you to see how you're gonna react and see how you're gonna treat this person. So yeah, and a lot of people they take us for granted. They'll look at us and think, "Oh, this individual ain't nothing. I'm gonna manipulate this person. I'm gonna get over on this person," and they're looking at you with their physical eye and just assuming that, not realizing you connected with the Most High. The Most High will use you as bait for these people and get karma. And some of these people don't even know what hit them, you know, because they're trying to figure you out. They thinking that you're supposed to look a certain way. Like God's people come in, we big, tall, fat, short, skinny, black, white, Hispanic, Asian. Like we come in all different, we all different sources. You know what I'm saying? So you can't pinpoint on who of God and who's not. You know, with your physical eye, just it's no way, right? But God knows who His children are. Yeah, and they get in trouble when you keep winning and beat them at their own game. Yeah, and they definitely get disciplined. Like when they can't take you out, they got to go back and re-strategize. Like the narcissist is always plotting. They're always planning. They always got a group of people with them that's trying to figure out how to take you down. And usually they'll start with gossip. They'll start with slander. They'll get other people involved. It's just to wear you down spiritually, right? Just the devil just utilizing people. That's all he's doing. Yeah, definitely. They want to try to control you. That's for sure. And they think they got control of you. They don't. They can't even control themselves. How they gonna try to control you? That's what be. Yeah, that's crazy. When I started, came up with narcissist. As soon as he said I had a narcissist boyfriend, I started googling his behavior and came up with yeah, yeah. You'll start noticing people behavior. Once you start realizing what narcissist is, you start to, and I think we all carry them to a certain extent, narcissist traits, but some people carry them to the extreme where it's almost demonic. You can tell that they're interacting with spirits. That's when it gets, well, yeah, it's time for you to exit that friendship, relationship. Yeah, you got to move around. Yeah, they definitely get promoted. They get promoted. High ranking demons and devils. Yeah, they get promoted. Yes. When they can take people out, yeah, they definitely get promoted. They level up. Say pat them on the back and give them some more gift cards. So true. They play on your lack of knowledge because we never taught about narcissism and demons going up. Yeah, that's true. Like when the Most High says our people perish from a lack of knowledge, is spiritual knowledge, and a lot of us we don't even know what narcissism is, or demons and stuff like that growing up until we actually go through it, and then you realize, like, okay, this is what's going on. But the devil always think, the devil looks at humans as ignorant people anyway. If, when Lucifer had, think about it, Lucifer, he had the ability, or he did actually turn angels against the Most High. So if he was clever to do that in heaven with angels, oh man, he look at people down here on earth as easy work. That's why he has so many kingdoms down here. He's looking at people like, okay, yeah, these is humans. Yeah, I can turn everybody against everybody. I can cause so much calamity down here. I can turn race against race. I can create political structures. I can create gender against gender. I can run amok down here on earth. If I can turn angels against the Most High, yeah, I can come to the earth and cause havoc down here. And that's what he's been doing. And we fall for it, because a lot of us we emotional people. We are in our flesh. Anytime you're in your flesh, you're more likely to be more emotional, right? So he'll play on our feelings. He'll play on uh, just anything he can, and he'll use us. And he controls us by that. So yeah, he looks at us as easy work. He looks at human as easy work, and so far he's been succeeding. Think about how many people that actually bow down to Satan, serve Satan, You know, he takes fully control of these people's minds. Say, well, I was with him. I always used to say so much like my dad. Yeah, that I never heard of witchcraft in church. Demons, nothing. I never, even the little time I would go to church, I would never really hear about nothing like this. And it's like, how can you ever fight something that you don't know, right? It's been 8 years for me, and my ex is still coming after me. It's exhausting. Yeah, I hear you. It's been 2026 to be 10 years of this individual. He relentless. Damn. Like, man, 10 years, 8 years of work. Like, man, you could have had a successful business by now. All that effort you put in, resources, and gathering people to destroy me. Man, you could have built a Fortune 500 company by now. Could have had 4 or 5 business popping by now. All that energy. But we know Satan he's here not to build anything. We know he's here to destroy, right? So we got to call it for what it is. But it just amazes me that people will put that much energy and that much time, that much resources, cults and covens to destroy one person. They'll pull out everything to destroy one person when they could have built 4 or 5 businesses within that time span. Successful businesses. I don't get it. Like, God is undefeated. I wonder if they realize that. The Most High has never been defeated. Even when Lucifer went to war with him in heaven, the Most High has never been defeated. So you can't defeat his children. I don't know if they're registered in them. I don't know. I'm gonna leave that alone. I have 4 children by a demon. When I get the word of God, he flee, get quiet. Yeah, the word of God. Yeah, they don't want to hear nothing, especially if you spiritually inclined and you have backing behind the word. Like, you actually have the Most High in a relationship, and you have that structure and that foundation. Anytime you speak that word, them demons gonna flee. They don't want to hear it. I remember I was. I'm gonna tell you a quick story. I remember I was dating this one girl, and I used to bring up the Bible. I remember one time I brought up the Bible. We was eating or something. It was at dinner eating, and I brought up the Bible, and I used to bring it up, and I noticed every time I used to bring it up, like, she would get to shaking. I'm like, man, you okay? And I remember one time we were out to eat, and I brought up the Bible, like, the whole demeanor changed. And I said, okay, this is it. I said, this is it. Man, she started shaking like bad. I said, oh, okay, this ain't gonna work out. I gotta go. For real. I said, this ain't gonna work. And it's just word of God. That spirit, if they're not connected, it's they start fidgeting, they start feeling uncomfortable. You can just see it, and you can just see it. You can feel the energy shift. And you're like, oh, okay, this ain't work. I can't do this. No, sorry. I gotta move around. This is a clip online where the news actually played with my rituals by mistake. Oh, there is the clip online with the news actually played a ritual by mistake. Yeah, God's people are starting to realize what's going on. We need more people to speak out on what we're going through to expose them. Yeah, I think a lot of people are starting to be aware. Um, I think a lot of people are afraid to speak out also. That's why it's very important that the relationship, the protection that you have over your life, you got to make sure that it's there. But be guided to speak. Like go through the Most High. Don't never move on your own merit. It sucks that there are people like this out here. I just never understand why people are jealous of others. It's childish. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's very childish, and you gotta understand. Like, say, Lucifer is a childish spirit. That's a childish individual. So when he can invade a person's vessel, he takes fully control of those people, and he had play on their strings. If their heart's not right, then it's easier for Satan to push them people to be jealous and envious of you, and they won't stop at nothing. But yeah, it's a weak spirit though. It's definitely a weak spirit. Scary how it's scary how they can have you under their spell and control for years before you catch on. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, they'll put a spell on you, curses, and it's black magic pretty much, and they'll keep you confined in a certain energy where they're tugging at your heart space, where they're tugging at your emotions. They're binding with you, and if you don't know what's going on, they just willing you to sleep, right? They just willing you to sleep, like you will never reach your full potential because you're binded to somebody that's the adversary. And so yeah, they'll put a spell on you, and if you never know what's going on, if you never know how to fight it, then yeah, they just gonna drag you to hell with them. Mostly the Most High would usually show you signs, synchrony, like he will work with you. He'll work with you. He'll wake you up. He'll speak to you, and then he will pour into you so you can break the curse and the spells. I was dead in sin when I dealt with him. No, Lord, yeah, I know how you feel. I remember I was fully of the world and making that crossover, coming out of sin into the spirit is definitely a journey. It's tough because you've been lied to your whole life. But definitely, thank you. Zara Channel, you are definitely anointed and chosen. Help they will steal your clothes and take it. Yeah, they'll definitely steal your clothes. That's for sure. Feel God as a kid. I can never do wrong. I met the narcissist in 1970. Yeah, I never knew it existed either. Like a few years, I never knew what narcissist was. I think it's going to stop. Odie Smith, you said when I'm going through this for a D game, when do you think it's going to stop? Are you talking about spiritual warfare? Narcissism lost their ability to salvation and repentance. That's a good question. Especially if they're reprobates. Like if the Most High turned them over, They can find repentance, but they need deliverance. Like the only way that they will repent, you have to get that demon out. Like they have to go to somebody who specifically deals with casting demons out of people. You can cast a demon out of a person. Yeah, I can see the narcissist repent and showing salvation and giving their life over to the Most High, but they got to cast that demon out first because we know the demon ain't gonna repent. You know what I'm saying? They're not repenting on nothing. They don't have any feelings. Like so, so true the spirit around. Can't stop at nothing, no boundaries. Yeah, absolutely. I went through the same punching bags. Yeah, I have. Yep, yep. Yeah, I started to pick up on her patterns quickly and understood what I was dealing with. Plus, the Most High, he would begin to show you things about people too. That's the beauty of it. When you get close to him, he'll start showing you things. Even when it comes to like false prophets and stuff like that, like he would tell you. He'd be like, dang, like the Most High, he gets bold. Sometimes you can just hear him, and he just like, man, did he just say what I thought he said? You forget him, but can't we forget him? But we can't forget without dealing with it. Yeah, definitely forgive. Forgiving is for you. Forgiving is so important because it takes your vibration to a different level. Like the Most High can use you once you forgive people. And I had a hard time doing that. I remember I used to fake forgive, and the Most High would constantly tug at my spirit to forgive, forgive. I'm like, man, I am forgiving. And he knew, like, man, you ain't forgive. It's just he knows your heart. Like you cannot run game on the Most High because he'll put attention right on your heart and be like, you ain't forgive nothing because he can tell by your energy. Like that's how he can tell if you forgave somebody, or if you have grudges, or if you have anything in your heart. Like he knows, so you can sit there and pretend like, okay, yeah, I forgive this person, and he'll just look at your vibration. He knows. Like, nah, why your vibration so low? Because you have unforgiveness in your heart. So I used to try to almost trick the Most High. Yeah, I forgive. And he just, all right, you gonna sit there and lie to me? Well, I'm gonna keep you there. And nothing gonna come your way as far as blessings. So I had to learn how to forgive, and it's hard work for real, especially if the person is at a non-stop. If a person constantly astral projecting in your dreams, it's like every day you gotta forgive. I'm just like, man. So you have to though. That's the only way your vibration is gonna rise to that level. Like we all want blessings in our life, and we can only get it, if our vibration is at a certain level. So we definitely gotta forgive. I don't understand how they get contacted to get in these groups. Um, Not giving up. You said I don't understand how they get contacted to get in these groups. Some people, if I'm reading it correctly, I think some people do anything for money. I think they look for people who want money. If you got people around you that do anything for money, there you go. They can get these people to join anything. They give you a gas card. All I need you to do is stalk this person over here. All right, I'll do it. Who is he? Who is she? Like, damn, for gas? Gas card? Like, yeah, do it. And they know that. Satan knows. He looks at certain people and know that these people will do anything. And he'll utilize them. But Satan gains, like if he goes after God's children, Satan gains a lot from that. You know, they're seeking light. Like the kingdom of darkness need light. So if they can take a pure, innocent soul to hell, they can survive off that person's energy. They can survive off that person's light. They can survive off that person's soul. Like demons can survive off of that one individual, especially if that person is pure. And demons that have a feast on that person in hell. He said, I saw a demon manifest right before my eyes. Eyes turned fiery red. They mortified into those creatures. I often wonder why the Most High chose me to show this. Wow. Debo 08. Yeah, I mean, a lot of us see things that's that's out of this world. I think the Most High shows us different things on purpose. Um, and a lot of it is on purpose for us to use that to awaken you also, right? If you can, of course, you gain something from seeing something like that. Most people will um, not utilize it to their advantage, but seeing a demon manifest right in front of your eyes is something that people, I think, need to hear just so they know that things like that exist. And for you to bring that up and bring that to the forefront, um, like that's information, that is real. Like things out here is real. And I think sometimes the Most High use specific people to use to talk about these things. And a lot of it is a lot of us try to find purpose in life. Like a lot of it is our obstacles that we go through in life. Like the things that we experience, like you utilize that as your calling, as your purpose, to wake others up. So if anybody who's trying to find your purpose or your calling in life or what I'm supposed to be doing, it's always right next to you. You just haven't tapped in yet. And a lot of it is your story. Like your story is that you present to the world is everything. That's your purpose. That's your calling to save souls, especially if you come in contact with the Most High spiritually. You can hear them talk. We all got different gifts, but if you can hear them talk, speak, if you can dissect dreams and stuff like that, like we all got different gifts to bring to the table to enlighten the masses. We have to keep the world balanced in some sense. Like it just can't be all corruption down here. It have to be some type of light, and people carry that light. Whether they choose to follow their calling or not, I mean, that's on them. But God has given them a chance, that's for sure, to shed light on things. Yeah, I need to start doing more lives also because I learned. I'm gonna be honest, like I learned a lot from you guys for real. Like reading you guys' story, like, cause it's a lot of stuff that I don't know. That when you guys tell me your story, like it enlightens me. You know, then I start figuring out things I went through that you know that I couldn't figure out, and then I start reading through the comment section and what you guys put down. Okay, it answers a lot of my questions also. So yeah, it's a blessing for real. And they say iron sharpen iron. You know, we all in this together. Said I know that they wait for the full moons to mess with you in sleep. I had to pray with you. Yeah, they definitely wait on the full moons. Every time a full moon come, they do the rituals and they try to rebind themselves to you. So was it 30 days in a month? It varies different months, but when it start to get weak, they'll sit there and wait on the full moon to come and they'll start doing the rituals and they'll try to keep rebinding to your energy again. So every full moon, new moon, there's constant rebinding energy. They're doing binding work. And that's to re up their energy so they can stay connected to you. They're using you as source, as energy, right? Because us God's children, our energy, our source, our light always come from those high. You know, He calibrate us, He rejuvenate us through His source. And the narcissists wait to that full moon and they keep reminding themselves to us just so they can manifest off our energy. So make sure that you keep these people out of your life that's into dark, practices and stuff like that. These people are dangerous. And you can hear them in the spiritual realm. They get to chanting and all that crap. You just rebuke it and cast it down. Keep the focus off of them though. Never don't put any focus in the narcissist. You fight back spiritually, the narc stuff. Talking to you in real life. Yeah, they'll definitely pick a fight with you. I know. Susie, you said I had that I could not move every time I was spinning fast, my dog. They sent so many people asking me, was it the same for me? Yeah, most definitely. They sent a few people after me. Like once I start to come off the road, it's like they were already waiting on me. But they was even when I was because I was on the road for a while. But even when I got settled in, like to the place I am now, yeah, they were already invading my dreams and astral projecting. As soon as you know, I got to like a place where I was going to actually live and stay. Yeah, they were already. They was already waiting on me. They was them coats, some covenants. They was waiting. They was like, okay, we got them in one place now. Let's surround them. So they was already ready to go. You know, and I could see them. Like I can just see them. They think that I don't know, but the Most High, He always reveal everything to me. What these people were doing. They bring a witch in next door, or put a warlock down the street. They have people walking the block. I can see these people. You know, do you ever get Man, you said, do they ever get? They just do. What do you mean by that? I don't know how individuals will make it out loud at the moment. Yeah, I don't think they diaspora connect. Yeah, they don't make it out without the Most High. Unfortunately, a lot of people don't make it out. Like if you don't have God's fighting, you're not gonna make it out. It's just gonna take you over. It's too much. Most High showed me that I was raised in the enemy's playground. Ooh, he showed you you was raised in the enemy's playground. Yeah, I think a lot of us are. To be honest, and he'll use you as that light to shine in those dark areas. That's for sure. I wish it would. But a lot of wicked, like he'll use you in that light um, to shine light on darkness. He'll use you as bait to go into certain areas, certain cities, certain neighborhood. Like he would just utilize, he would use you, and you'd be like, man, why do we got me here? And the Most High will use His Holy Spirit inside your vessel to shine light on the spiritual warfare that's going around in that area. And when them demons see you, they try their best to get you out of that area, out of that situation, out of that city, out of that town, because your light is illuminating everything that's going on around. See, demons can't do, you know, the corruption that they really want to do if you're around, because it's spiritual, right? So you can take God's children, and God can use you as a vessel. The Holy Spirit will dwell in you, and He will take you into dark areas. So if He take you into dark areas, then them demons got to straighten up. Now them demons is gonna try to get you out of that ASAP, so they can continue running the corruption that they are running. That's why they try to run you out of certain areas. But God will plant you there on purpose, just so the wicked can get their judgment, you know. And then He'll move you around to different places. Like it's crazy how the Most High uses us. He said, "Wherever there's the light, so the darkness is around us." Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, my son was sitting on the couch and that demon was on top of the TV. My son said, "What is that?" I told him, "The demon." He was only 14. Wow. Yeah, Susie, I seen, yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. I've seen a few demons in my life. You get used to them after a while, you kind of get used to them. Not like it's a company or anything like that, but you will see them and I'd be like, man, you better get up out of here. I've never experienced the flashing lights. I heard about people experiencing the flashing lights. You talking about like the car lights and stuff? Most definitely. So, Yeah, it is dangerous not knowing how to fight, how to go to war in the spiritual realm. God allowed us to be attacked, so we learn how to fight. Yeah, because in the beginning, when I was going through my spiritual warfare, like I was getting whooped. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like that demon was, it was sometimes it would choke me, it would suffocate me. Like I'd be getting whooped and I ain't know what to do until I start to pray. And then even when I was the first time, few times I would call out Jesus. And they'd sit there and get to laughing. They'd start choking me more. And they'd start saying Jesus. It was a few times they did that. I'm like, damn, what the hell was it? Like, it was crazy. And then I had to, once I started to read the Bible and get closer to God, then my anointing and everything started to get stronger, right? So I was able to combat a lot of the stuff. And they were starting to flee more. But before that, yeah, I was getting whooped. Like I didn't know how to fight. Like I didn't, man, they were just tearing me up. And then I would have, of course, I would have doors open too. So that was another uh, gateway for them to come in when you got doors open. So absolutely. This is why I don't understand why some people are atheists. Yeah, take that one. Dialogue, did you move? Yeah, I definitely had to move. Did I get relief? Yeah, because a narcissist, a lot of them, um, it's easier for them to do work on you if you're in close proximity to them. But the thing is, even if you leave a different location, you have to understand like the kingdom of darkness works together. So you can leave one area and go to a different city. They are already connected. Like these cults and covets and Freemasons, they connected in every city. So all they gotta do is say, okay, this person is from here, he's relocating here, he's living in this area. They just send those cults and covens over there to where you at. Like they just everywhere, like Kingdom of Darkness, those type of people are like everywhere. So you really don't get any type of relief. You may get relief from, the personal narcissist to a certain extent, but you know, if their family, it's even worse because they're constantly utilizing the people that you know to stay in contact with you through energy work. So they're constantly attacking you. And on top of that, they have their um, coats and covens that they're associated with in different cities. They got them attacking you too. They got them attacking you also. So yeah, you're dealing with a mob. You're dealing with like a group of demon possessed people. Slick Rick, you said they will spread rumors and lie to people that you know. Yeah, that's all they do is spread rumors and lie. That's all they know. They do that nonstop. Your parents narcissists going. No, I don't believe my parents was narcissists growing up. Um, no, I was blessed. I didn't have to go through narcissistic parents. Even siblings, I didn't have to go through none of that. So I was kind of blessed on that. I was blessed. Keep praying. Yeah, I try whatever I go through. I just try to let you guys know. Try to break it down as much as I can, so you guys can understand. Yeah, they're always trying to change destinies or trying to take over your destiny. which they can't. You know, it's an impossible. Like whatever your destiny is, like that or calling or the purpose that you have, it's for you. Like you have to be aligned with the Heavenly Father, like energy wise, like vibration wise. You have to be aligned with Him and able to walk into that type of calling in your life. A demon just can't just come in and just mimic and try to fake like you to receive that type of blessing. Like the Most High knows His children. Like He knows His children versus a demon, right? So it's no way that the Most High is going to say, okay, since this destiny swap, he looking at the energy, right? A demon can't possess the same energy as you. They get to a certain level, a demon that they'll probably explode. They can't take on that type of energy. Remember, a lot of the demons got casted down here on earth. So when they down here on earth, they roam around, they look for vessels, empty vessels, and they go inside of covert narc. They can mimic you as far as physicality, like dress like you and try to look like you and all the talk like you, all these things. But that's low vibrational work that they're doing. To look like somebody and mimic, that's low vibrational work. You just run around here just copying people saying, their clothes, whatever. That's low vibration work. But when it comes to energy, you can't fake that energy. You can't fake high vibration. It's too dark. You know what I'm saying? The demon, the Most High, He can see the demon inside of you. So there's no way they can take on your journey because their energy level is so low. The Most High, but like, man, that's a demon. They just keep casting that demon back down here. Or even if He let the demon somehow even move towards your destiny as far as energy wise, that demon will explode. It can't take on that. That's too much light for that demon. It's too much power for that demon. They can't possess that. They can try. And a lot of them try to. Trust me. They'll try to take on. Nah, they only get so far. That mask will fall off. That demon eventually show. Yeah, that's true. Once I found out about narcissism, yeah, it really it really changed your life when you come across these individuals because you like, are these individuals human? Like the whole time you've been talking to a demon in human form and don't even know it. So then you start to really do the research, you really start to investigate, you be like, hold on, man. And then you start to dig for more information and you like, oh man, this person is a devil. It's a devil in human form. So now it's like you want to, it's almost like you want to make people aware of what's going on, right? Because we know that it's righteous versus the wicked, but when you can actually spot a demon in human form, it's a whole nother level. You're like, okay, this is real. Um, Man, my fault, y'all. I'm going through y'all comments. I get to talking, start scrolling. These people know we're not crazy. They even know. Yeah, they know. They know that we're not. They're constantly trying to flip things around. They won't shoot. Yeah, usually the whole community is involved. They make money off of present people. It's only like in the Bible, like Pharaoh, he had God's children captivity. Pretty much almost the same now. Like he was oppressing God's children. Like they're doing it now, but they're doing it through energy work and usually the community is involved. They get little perks, and they have these people do witchcraft on you and all this type of stuff. Yeah, give them a few dollars. Didn't know what it was. Lord, show me faces I never expected. Yeah, the Most High would definitely start showing you people faces. Advice on going close to the Most High. My advice is um, like when you build a relationship with the Most High, like talk to him like he's a human. Like how I'm communicating with you guys, talk to him just like that. Like don't change nothing about you. Don't hold him. Don't um, be too godly when it comes to the Most High. Like when you connecting with him, don't change nothing about you because he already know who you are. Like be direct. Of course, be respectful. But if you slang, talk to him like that. Be real with him. Like be authentic. Like the Most High loves authentic people. He already know who you are anyway. So when you grow close to him, treat him like he's your friend. Like tell him what you want and what you need. Like um, don't go to him all holier than thou. Just go to him like, hey, the Most High, this is what I need you to do. Like you have to really talk to him like he's just a regular human, and constantly just stay on him. Like I'll be bugging him, like stay on him. Like this is what I need you to do, Heavenly Father. But be real with him though. You want to be real and you want to be authentic because that's what he respect. And tell him what you need and why do you need it and be real about it. Don't be fake with him. So my advice is just treat him like a human. Like this Most High, this is what I need you to do for me. This like engage with him every single day and meet him at that exact same time. So you can build that trust and that foundation. Like he wants to see how loyal you are. Once he see that, he's gonna realize, okay, I can trust this person because every day this person meet me at this time. Like he respects that because the ultimate goal is for him to use you. Like he need people so he can use as far as to shine light on certain things for his kingdom. He want to use you, but you have to be real. Like go to him, whatever you need. Like, hey, I need some money. I need this. I need that. Like go, like for real. Like go to him and treat him like Of course he's your father, but be real with him. And if you need something from him, tell him why you need it. Like don't be needing stuff just to be, I need a few dollars so I can go shopping. Like, nah, none of that stuff. Like, ask them for something where it's going to really make a difference in your life, where it can benefit other people, right? Like, you are here to save souls. You are here to do like his work, right? So be real when you go to him. So my advice: go to him real. Like, tell him what you need, how you feel. Ask him how he's doing. Ask him how the angel's doing. Like, be real with him. And he will respect that. After a while, you'll start hearing him clearly. Once he start feeling comfortable with you, he's gonna continue. He's gonna talk to you. But my relationship with God is it's not like it's not always like I hear people when they say, "Yeah, my relationship with God," and he's happy. He's like my relationship with him is he probably chastised me more than anything. Like he's always getting on me. Like for real, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like he constantly getting at me. Like you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. Like it's never like I don't know. Maybe it's just my relationship that he has with me, but he constantly is critiquing me. And sometimes I get frustrated, but he know at the end of the day that I love him, and vice versa. But my advice for you is when you go to him, be real. Like for real. Be real. Don't change nothing about you. Tell him how you feel. And he'll respect that. Yeah, you definitely have to surrender to them. I know exactly what you're talking about. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. All praises to the Most High. I'm just a vessel, y'all. Yeah, the family member, is Freemason. I found several small bottles of portions of my ex-husband bag. The portion would like, for instance, do what I say. In other words, love me forever. It must have some what's that witchcraft bottles of witchcraft in his bag. I would say like my partner, some of my relationships, they would say negative things and gaslighting. Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate it. All praises to the Most High. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Trying to explain to those. Yeah, don't bless butterfly. Yeah, don't even. I'm telling you, don't even explain to people what you've been through because it is pointless. If they haven't been through it, they will never know how I feel. They can never sympathize with you. If anything, they just gonna look at you like you're crazy for real. So don't even explain. It's just a waste of time. I thank God as a therapist. I understand. You get so many children up there tormented by that. Family. Yeah. Um, and it's spiritual. You have to understand that everything is spiritual, right? Everything is spiritual. If there's people around you and if they carry the spirit of Satan and you carry the spirit of the Most High, then Satan demon is going to attack you. They are going to attack you. If they see any light in you, those demons are going to attack you. How did you know to isolate? How did you know to isolate? How common is it for your family to be involved in witchcraft against the most people and have to work? When I was in isolation, it was more of my isolation was actually a blessing because it was and what I mean by blessing is that the time when I was going through spiritual warfare, like it's like it's like this individual already had it planned out. Like I said, a lot of these people are being paid to come towards you to pretty much delete you, to get you up out of here. So it was already like it was like pre-planned out. So it's like I wasn't never in my city. You have to understand. So I was constantly gone. So when you constantly gone from an area, you don't know what's going on in that area. You may be in contact with certain people in that environment, but you don't really know what's going on. So when I wasn't really in that area, the narc was already running a campaign, a smear campaign. Like he had it popping. And I would come back in town, I still wouldn't even know what was going on. Nobody would say nothing. I would just see the energy shift. I would see people faces. all jacked up and frowned up. I never knew what was going on, and so I would leave again, and damn narcissist is running the campaign, going crazy, with my name around the city, saying all type of stuff, so I wasn't there to defend myself. So the energy shifts so fast. It was so much hatred. It was so much envy that was going on. And then there was a bunch of just gossip and slander. And then it was just the smear campaign on top of that. Like it forced me in isolation. Like I didn't actually just put myself in isolation. It's like the energy shifted me to isolation, and God started to get closer to me because the spiritual warfare was amping up. As it amped up, it kind of forced me into isolation. I didn't like volunteer to go in isolation. It kind of forced me into a situation where it was like, hey, man, what's going on? Which is too much energy, too much demonic energy that was coming towards me. I never experienced that. The whole time, the damn covert narcs was running amok in the city. He had the whole city popping, all type of stuff going on. Slander, backbiting, gossiping. I was called everything in the book. You name it, I was called it. Everything except for a child of God. Right? And people was just, when you are weak vessels to believe anything, you know. So I was forced into isolation pretty much. That demonic energy and that spirit forced me into a place of I had no choice but to go to God. Um, how's it coming for your family? Yeah, anybody who don't serve the Most High is a weak vessel. They're easily manipulated to do dark work towards you. So yeah, your family, your friends, yeah, they can all be involved. If they don't serve a higher power, yeah, they can be manipulated to go against you. Most definitely. Afterwards, which type of one most people that you seek a kingdom spouse? Um, I just wait on the Most High. I mean, if He has somebody for me, then He has somebody for me. I put everything into Him and let Him guide me to the person that I need to be with. As far as the kingdom spouse. I choose to use my energy on people who are believers that I can connect to. Yeah, that's the best bet. Like it's like if you can't, like they have to match your energy. If you come across people that don't match your energy, then it's a possibility that Satan can use them to cause havoc in your life. So you have to connect with people that's on the same vibration as you, that matches your energy. And the most, like I said, always go through the Most High. He will guide you to the right people. Never move based on feelings, what you think is good, because most likely it's not good for you. You know, what we see is differently. What we see in a person is totally different than what God sees in that person, right? But once you understand how spirituality works, then you can use that as your measuring tool on how to connect with people. You said the world is ran by narcs. Yeah, I believe it. The world is dark. We live in a dark world. Try to replace you. Yeah, the narc try to replace me. Yeah, after they slander you and tear you down, their job is to become you, right? After you gone and deleted out of here, their job is to become you. That demon wants to be you. You know, it's what they call it, the grandiose narcissist. They need attention to feed their ego. It's all about ego with them. A lot of them are just broken children. You know, God, I went. Show me those books. So much for the I appreciate it. More stories still to be told. Yeah, I definitely want to hear your story for real. I want to hear all y'all stories. Y'all bring so much healing to me. Y'all answer a lot of questions also with your stories. Satan is real. Yeah, Satan is real. I remember this. Yeah, I definitely experienced that. Man, they'll take anything from you to use. Yeah, I'm gonna get off of here, y'all. Man, it's been 3 hours. Wow. Yeah, I'm gonna get off of here. And man, I thank y'all so much for joining this live. Like I really appreciate it. Interacting with y'all finally. Think this I've been on what YouTube for 2 years now, year and a half, somewhere around there. Yeah, like a year and a half. And I'm just now going live. Crazy, huh? But yeah, it's definitely a blessing to come in contact with y'all for real. I definitely thank y'all for subscribing and going through this journey with me. You know, I feel like we all in this together. Iron sharpen iron. That's what they say in the Bible. So I definitely learned a lot from you guys also. But yeah, I'm gonna get off of here and y'all take it easy. God bless y'all.